Oh, this is the podcast studios brought to you by Machine Inc. Welcome, everybody.
How you doing?
Oh, good. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
This is your first interview?
That's my first
I
one.
can tell.
Can you just to see the look on your face is worth all the while.
Is that right?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get it on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, good. So, well, I brought you here for I want to get some information. I want to know what it was like. How old? I don't remember. People ask me, but how old were you when you came here?
13.
13?
Yeah.
Where did you come into?
We landed, not landed, we took the boat. We got to New York and then took the train to Chicago.
Ellis Island?
Yeah.
How long was the boat ride?
7 days.
You remember the boat ride?
Oh, yeah. For a vacation. My first vacation.
That was your first vacation?
Yeah.
How big was the boat?
About a block long.
Really? How many people were on it?
I don't remember. I don't know. I would have to guess at least 1,000.
13. So were there any girls your age?
Well, there are other girls there.
Yeah. Were they all Italian? Everyone come from the same place, or you guys pick other people up?
No, everybody came from Italy. There were some actually people that were probably vacation in Italy. They were coming back. So, and most of them are immigrants.
Were there planes back then?
Yeah, there were planes.
Why'd you take a boat?
We had a lot of luggage.
Who came with you guys?
Well, me, uh, my Uncle Tom and Di Maria,
Mm-hmm.
and some of my uncles and cousins from my mother's side, on that side.
Okay. So what was that? Just basically your immediate family?
Yeah, only immediate family, uncles and cousins.
Who else came here? Anyone stay in Chicago, or are those your cousins that where they go south?
No, we all came here. We all here in Chicago.
No one stayed in New York?
No,
So you came here when you were 13?
Yeah.
So what was it like before you came here?
what was what?
What was it like in Sicily before you came here?
Thinking back, paradise. No worries. And now I realize I was only a kid, so had a good time.
Where'd you grow up in Sicily?
Altavilla Milicia.
Where's that by?
That's nearby Palermo.
Is that where you went there recently, right? Did you go
Yeah.
back to the same?
Yeah,
You still have family there?
yeah.
Who's there?
I got 7 first cousins on my nono side, and 4 cousins on nonna side.
You got
First cousins.
you got 11 first cousins there?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So if I ever go there, I got a place to sleep.
Oh yeah.
You got to introduce me to them. Did I
know
meet
you
them?
already.
When I went there, did I meet them? I remember we
Yeah,
stayed
you
in
met 'em.
Sicily with who did we stay with when we were there?
My aunt.
I remember I was riding on the back of somebody's motorcycle. And he took me to the bars. And who would that be? Do you
I don't
know?
remember.
Who's your aunt? Who did we stay with? What was her name?
My Aunt Maria.
Auntie Maria, huh?
Maria, yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
so, so you grew up in Altavilla.
Yeah.
What was it like? How was your family? Did you guys have money? How did you? Where did you start working? Did you work with your dad when you were little, right off the bat, or what did you
Yeah, I
do?
worked. Yeah. It's part of life over there. You go to work, it doesn't matter. You help out as when you're told to do something, and you do it.
What did you guys do?
Um, Nono had lemon fields and olive fields, and when the harvest was ready to be cultivated, we would go and harvest the lemons, and you know,
He had his own fields that you own the land.
yeah, the lemons he did. He did. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what deal he had going on with the olives, but the lemon fields he called.
That was his.
It was his. Yeah,
How much land was there?
I don't remember. It was like it seems like a lot, but today it was probably because I was such a little kid, So, uh, I, I don't know. I would have to say he had lemon fields in two different areas. Um, if I had to guess today, it seemed like it was like 3 acres, but maybe I could be wrong.
That sounds reasonable. Not like 1,000, you know.
No,
So you guys would do that by hand,
yeah, pick the lemons by hand. You bring them down with these baskets. Uh,
or you get the baskets.
they're handmade. They make them for that, especially for that. Old timers used to make those things.
That's your phone.
I don't know. Uncle Tom. Hey, let me call you back, okay? All right, bro. Bye. Okay.
So what do? You get the basket, you fill it up, and then you sell them, or what
No,
did you do?
the adults will pick up the lemons,
Yeah,
put them in the basket,
yeah.
and then we would carry the basket all the way down to the bottom. But then they clip the lemon, the top of the lemon, like the stem.
Okay.
They will clip it off, make sure they were clean, and they put them in a case.
Get close. Get close to this mic.
They put them in a case, and then somebody will come in and pick them up and take them to the market.
So you guys picked them all and stacked them, got them ready.
I did the dirty work. I had to carry them downstairs, one basket at a time, up and down, up and down,
Why was it up and down?
because of the lemon trees. The way they grow, because they have to be maintained. They have to be watered and everything. They have to be like slabs, like steps.
Okay.
So they have like a square berm all the way around, maybe
Yeah.
about a foot, no more than a foot, maybe 9 inches, 8 inches. The trees in the middle, and the reason that you have that was they gotta bring in water in there, so the water doesn't run off.
How you bring water in there?
There's wells. People that own wells, they sell water, and they have a channel which goes all the way across all the lands around, most of the lands, and everybody there's like maybe an hour, 2 hour time, and you pay by the hour, I guess.
And what, you fill it up? Just open it up?
No, you don't open it up. You trench it in a way that water comes in. These are all boxes with us on the side of the side of the wall, trench like this, where the water comes in. You open it. What you do is the box that you're in, when the water when the water runs,
Yeah.
you you take about maybe 2 feet out, and you block the water from going through, and the water goes inside there. Then when it's full, get another one ready. You open it, and you close this one back up, so the water goes to the next one.
Okay.
That's how you that's how you water them. Yeah,
So you do
and
one
it's usually done at night.
because
I
it's
don't
too
know why.
hot?
Huh?
Because it's too hot? Or
I don't know. It's usually done at night.
you do that?
Huh?
Did you do that?
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with Nono and help out. You know,
At
because
night?
you don't have much time. You
Yeah.
know, you need 2 people. One guy opens them up, the other guy closes them. Water goes in, the one guy keeps opening, the other guy closes them.
How
So
old
just-
are you?
I don't know, 10, 10 years old, 11.
Did you like working with your dad?
Yeah.
What did he give you to do that? He get you extra lemons or what?
Give me.
Yeah. You got what did you get for that?
Nothing.
You got the satisfaction of working with your dad
Yeah, I get up at 2 in the morning.
when you were 9 years old?
You don't get paid anything. There's no allowances. You don't even get a thank you.
You used to get up at 2 in the morning?
It wasn't every day, you know.
Yeah.
You know, once in a while when it was needed, you know.
Yeah.
It's a part of life over there, different. You know, you participate. There's no expectations that you gotta get anything in return. You don't. Nobody gives you anything in return. You don't get compliments. It's expected. That's the way you grow up. You know what I mean? That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long you do that?
Huh?
How long did you do that?
How long I did it? You know, when I was old enough to be able to do it, you know, a couple years, 3 years, 4 years, I don't remember. It wasn't maybe a couple times a year, you know, that's it, you know. 3 times. You know, you pick up the lemons every year, you pick up the olives every year, you know.
Yeah.
As things come up, you know.
As you're needed.
Yeah.
Were you in school at that time?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
In the town.
Did you guys have any animals?
Huh?
Did you have any animals?
We had a donkey,
And a-
chickens.
Did the donkey have a name?
No, I don't remember.
How many chickens did you have?
I don't know, maybe about 8.
Just for you guys, or you get to sell the eggs, or what?
No, that's 2 eggs for us to eat.
Just for the house.
Yeah.
You didn't name the chickens? Were they your friends?
Eat chickens?
Yeah.
Oh,
You just take the eggs and that's it?
yeah. They walk around all day around town.
How do they know you? How do you know they're yours if
They
they
know.
they
They know
know
where they live. Oh, yeah.
they come home?
Yeah,
Really? Just like you, right? You go leave and
right.
what about the donkey? You have like a stable or
The donkey was my my grandfather's donkey.
okay.
He lived on the edge of town, and he had a little bit of land in the back. And over there, he had a lot of fruits and vegetables growing, and he also had a stable. Kept a donkey over there.
And
We
this
had a dog too.
you had a
Oh
dog?
yeah, he had a dog, and he also had chickens. He had rabbits. He had turkeys. So
He
you
was
know,
rich.
Yeah.
Rabbits.
oh yeah. We used to once in a while we used to get one, we kill it, and we eat it.
How old? You didn't tell him, or what? He knew.
What do you mean?
Did he let you take it? Like take
No, like on a Sunday, make a nice lunch.
Yeah.
Kill a couple of rabbits, skin them, cook them with a sauce, a red sauce, dip the bread. Oh yeah,
I remember when I was there was like a place inside for the animals.
yeah, they're inside. They keep them inside. They actually, a lot of people in those days, they had a little stable inside their houses, so they bring the donkey inside, and the houses they stink like crazy.
They live.
Because the lot because the donkey lived inside the house.
They live with the donkey.
Yeah.
You guys didn't have to live with the donkey.
No, we had a stable outside. Yeah, but most people had a donkey. It's like having a car.
Yeah.
It was a main of transportation to go to work and all that. But work in the land.
Did anybody have a car?
Few people, maybe 5 or 6 people in the town had cars. There wasn't no traffic.
What did you guys use to get around?
Walk.
You walked? Was there any animals? I remember there being a lot of dogs. Is there a lot of dogs?
When I was there in the early 60s, late 50s, the town was like a zoo. Chickens, dogs, cats, pigs, donkeys coming down, donkeys going up, horses,
Alone?
mules.
By
All over
themselves?
town. The whole town is full of crap.
Who cleaned it?
Nobody. All the streets are full of crap.
What do you so like a pigs? They just be walking around?
Yeah.
Somebody own the pig or
Yeah.
wild pigs?
No.
They're somebody's pig.
Yeah.
Don't mess with that pig because someone owns it.
No, somebody owns it. Everybody, they know where they live, but they don't, they're just free to walk around.
Are they dangerous?
No.
You don't have to worry about trying to bite you or anything?
No.
What about a horse? It never grab?
No, the horses were in the stable. They don't walk around.
They have boars?
A pig, yeah, that's what it is, no?
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
seemed like they could be dangerous.
No.
Everybody calm.
No, we used to ride them, we used to wait for a pig because once you get on top of a pig, they take off like a rocket. Ping. You get a nice fast ride.
How big is a pig? I don't know.
Size of a good sized dog,
How old were you when you ride the pigs?
I came here when I was 13, so
Yeah.
I used to wait for one to pass by.
But people get pissed, you ride their pigs?
Huh?
But people get mad, you ride their pigs?
I don't know. Nonna used to live down on the edge of town, wasn't that far,
Yeah.
but, so I would go to the corner and wait for the pig to pass by.
You take it to no
Then I
house.
jump on it, they go straight, and I get off.
No fare.
Huh?
No fee.
No.
No. Wasn't the picture you have in your house, that's your no, right? He was a cobbler? He was he worked on shoes? Who's
My grandfather, my Nonna's side.
that's Nona's side?
Yeah, he was a shoemaker. He was a master shoemaker. He came here. We lived in Pittsburgh. And
He come here when
he made a lot of money here, and he bought, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of acres of land. He was the richest guy in town at one time.
that picture look so
The
your
shoemaker.
your no owned land?
Yeah, and he owned more land than
Well, so that's
everybody combined in the whole town.
your mother's father.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Gaetano.
That's Gaetano, and he was a shoemaker.
Yeah,
And he came here and moved to Pittsburgh.
he lived in Pittsburgh.
And your dad's father, what did he do? He owned he had the stable.
He lived there in Italy.
He stayed there. But he's the one that owned the land on the end,
No.
end of town?
No, it was
Your mother's father.
Yeah, right. My mother's father.
What about your father's father? What did he do?
He was a worker, land. Everybody lived off the land.
So he just labor,
Yeah,
mostly.
Yeah, he's landowner, and they survive off the land. That's what they do.
So your mother's father was a cobbler. He owned land in that corner at the edge of the town. Is that
he
right?
owned a lot of property all the way around. He owned a lot of land. And those days, I guess, the land was there so to be cultivated and to generate revenue, to generate money. You plant plantations or whatever it might be. But you need boys. You need you need kids. You need boys to help you. And he didn't have any. They had one boy, and the rest of them were all girls. So he couldn't take care of the land. But he didn't know. I mean, he didn't realize at that time what he had.
Yeah.
That the land will become so valuable down.
So he
Now-
sold it all when he came
right
here?
before the war, then people got into his head and told him we should sell it. The land will be worthless. They're going to be bombarded. The second one, it's in World War II. So he sold everything. Then after that, the land soared.
Well, he was in
International,
he
yeah.
was in America then.
No, he never came here. We stayed here. He was in Pittsburgh, did what he had to do,
Yeah.
made him money,
Yeah.
came back to Italy,
Oh, okay.
and lived there the rest of his life.
So he came here just to make money and went back.
Yeah,
How long was he here?
I don't know.
And he made shoes.
He was a shoemaker, yeah. Master shoe. He used to make my shoes from scratch.
From scratch? From the cow? What do you start with? What's scratch?
Right. I mean, my pair of shoes, okay, he had the leather and he start soles or whatever.
Italian made, handmade.
They made, right? A lot of nails.
Just put it together. Did you ever go visit him when you guys were here? I mean, why would he go to Pittsburgh and not stay around you guys in Chicago? Because it wouldn't.
We were not in Chicago. When he came here, I wasn't even born.
Oh,
When he came back, I wasn't even born yet.
So
Or
you'd-
maybe I was born around that time, but I didn't.
so he didn't come with you guys on the boat when you guys came here.
No. He was here before.
So
He
he
was
took
probably
up.
here in the 40s before that.
So he took up just to make money. He came here.
Came here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have the story on him.
but he was a master shoemaker.
Oh, yeah.
That picture that you have of him, he looks like he's got all the stuff. He's ready to go.
Yeah, he got a hammer and a file. Glue.
Glue.
Got a form with pounding nails in. And people used to fix shoes in those days. They don't. They used to go to work in the land, so the shoes used to break. So he was more of a repair shop. Is what he was. Most of the stuff he did was all repairs. When people drop off their shoes, he fixes for them. They could put it back to go to work.
It's like not automotive, it's manual motive.
Yeah.
He fixed the manual motion.
Yeah.
So you ever work for him, with him on his land?
No, it was already all sold when I grew up. By the time I was able to understand anything,
It was
already everything he sold everything already.
Done.
He didn't have anything left. Yeah. Oh.
So what'd you do for school out there? Is it like regular school, or when you started, were you always? Because I know you were in the. Where were you in the seminary?
Yeah, I was in a seminary. I went to first and second grade. Somewhere in there. I don't know if I was during the second grade, but Nonna took me to a seminary.
Which
I don't
is
know
what?
happened. I think the women got together. They don't want to deal with us because we were in the streets every day. So they put us in the seminary so that we can learn. Yeah. But we lived in the seminary for 5 years.
Who's we?
Me, my cousin Sam, the crazy one. Cousin Louis, my cousin Leo. Some friends from the town.
You guys all went there at the same time.
All at the same time.
How long were you there for?
5 years.
You sleep there, everything.
Ate there, lived there.
What's second grade? How old are you? 8?
7.
7? So
7,
you're like
8,
room and
7.
board?
Huh?
Room and board?
No, you just go there. You don't pay. Yeah, you live there.
You don't pay?
No,
Who pays?
but it's just probably a state, government. I don't know. It's that specific seminaries were for the people who had their parents were like they didn't have parents, whether maybe they were dead or they were in jail, maybe, or they were not able to take care of their kids.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what kind of excuse they gave them, put us in there, but we ended up in there. Nobody checks anything.
How, it was nuns, right?
Nuns. Oh yeah, the worst.
Why?
But I mean, man, nuns are mean. Ooh,
Why are they so mean?
you know they get enjoyment. They beat the shit out of you.
Why would they beat the shit out of you? What'd you do?
They're frustrated. You know what I mean?
They're frustrated because they're nuns or what?
I guess.
What did you have responsibilities over there?
Oh yeah,
What'd you have to do?
yeah. They team you up with an older guy, an older kid,
Okay.
and you had duties. And the duties were 1 week you had to clean maybe the chapel. Okay. Then another week you had to clean the main hall, which all the it was a long building with rooms on both sides, and the main hallway.
Yeah.
The hallway was pretty big, pretty wide, maybe 10 feet wide. Maybe not that big, but it seemed about that big. And all these rooms on each side was for a purpose. It was I remember it was the first one was when you first got in. It was the chapel.
Yeah.
And there was a room where all the nuns did all the laundry, the sheets and put together. Then there was a laundry room.
Okay.
And there was another room where we took baths.
Together?
Well, yeah, they had big tubs, and we go inside there and we take tap baths.
Do you have running water?
Huh?
Do you have running water?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, then we had a room where we had all our maybe entertainment stuff for the convent.
Okay.
Then there was another room at the end, the very end, where all the toilets were. You get to a white shop. There was no hot water
At all?
No.
How do you have tap water? Pipes?
Yeah. Then on the other side, it starts off with the first across from the chapel. It was like a recreational room. We watch TV there. Then Mother Superior's room.
Mother Superior.
Mother Superior, she had her own room.
Why was she superior?
Well, somebody got to be in charge.
Was there Mother Inferior?
No, there's no such no. Mother Superior.
The superior?
Yeah.
The kid's inferior?
Huh?
The student inferior?
Student's inferior.
If it's Mother Superior,
You call it, refer to her as Mother Superior.
that's English? How do you say it in Italian?
Superiora.
Madres?
Madre Superiora.
You call her?
Yeah. Then we had the recreational room where we hang out after school or between classes or whatever. Then there was another room where parents came to see you. That's where you go.
Yeah.
There were a couple other rooms after that. Oh, then we had our bedroom where we all slept, dormitory. Dormitory? What do you call it?
Yeah. Dormitory.
Yeah, and all the big room with all the beds all the way around. We all sleep there. And the nun sleeps in the corner with a tent.
They sleep in the same rooms?
Yeah, with a tent.
Oh.
It was the little one in charge. Then we had another room with all the school. School was.
Okay.
And in the back was a recreational area where we play, the playground.
All the kids, all different ages, they all stay the same class, same everything? Or was it separated by age?
No. Yeah, ages were between from 10 years and younger.
Okay.
So, and what they did was when we had school, they had school for, let's say, first grade, second grade, and third grade, all in the same place.
Okay.
Then maybe fourth and fifth grade in another room.
Yeah.
I think that's what I remember. So while they're teaching kids of first grade and second grade and third grade in the same class, but different things. While the third grade is doing something, the teacher is teaching things in the first grade. And,
Yeah.
that's the way it was.
What'd you guys do for fun?
We play soccer.
With you have a soccer ball?
No, I have a soccer ball. We make a soccer ball with plastic. Put the paper in there from homework paper. You know, if there was used up, we tear them up, or put them in a bag, make a round bag. We tie it with rope, wire, whatever,
Yeah.
and we play with our shoes.
What else you guys do?
What we do? But the none they want us to play soccer because we ruin our shoes, so we had to play with our shoes.
Okay.
And on Sunday we used to have some type of meat. It was like a spam, and so we had teams. You know, we had our own teams. The kids that were like Inter Milan, they were Interisti, Milan, Milanisti, and Juventus, and we will play against each other for the meat.
Why? Why would you would gamble your meat, your spam?
We gamble the meat. So you better play hard because you want to win.
Otherwise, you don't eat.
No, you lose your dinner, your lunch.
Does everybody have chores on the same day? Like you got to take care of your own stuff. You wash your own clothes. You do everything for yourself,
no,
or no?
that stuff. All the clothes were washed by the nuns.
Why would they beat you guys?
What did they beat us?
They would beat you for no reason, or they have a
Well,
reason?
no, they don't beat you for no reason. But we're kids.
Yeah.
The oldest kid there is 10 years old. You're gonna misbehave.
Yeah.
You're gonna do something they don't like.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, how can you be? You got a beating.
What would they beat you with?
Oh, with a hose,
The hose?
water hose.
The water hose?
That's right.
That's rough, man.
Leave a nice print on your ass, man.
Yeah, that's a little overkill. What they have gardens out there? You guys ever do any work like you did with your dad? You do any of that sort of stuff?
We had vegetable fields, and there was also guys on duty that would take care of the kitchen. They were part of the. We had animals, and they had to feed the animals and cultivate the land. That was part of the duty of the.
Older kids?
Yeah. Well, usually there was actually one kid that was like he was like a really strong kid. So they usually took care of that because it was heavy. He was older. He was the oldest kid there. And we take care of that. It was a heavy work, so he would do that all the time.
You guys allowed to eat the vegetables, or you had to?
No, you're not allowed. How are you gonna eat the vegetable? I was hungry one time, and they had what they call them, fennel. You know
Yeah.
what that is?
Yeah.
We had a big area with fennels, so I pull them out of the ground and eat them. And Mother Superior was watching me from the
From the tower?
not from the top, from the veranda on the top, from the roof.
Yeah.
So, when she watched it, she didn't say nothing. I got full, and then she comes and get me. She goes, so she's gonna punish me. So she got a like a potato bag, with a big potato bag,
A potato sack?
burlap bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she cut the tips and center.
Okay.
She put it on me
Like a shirt?
like a skirt.
Like a shirt?
And she wrote on I am a thief of Finocchi.
Jeez, that's like
So I had to walk around with thief of Finocchi. Shirt on. I'm what, 9 years old? Is that abuse or what?
Nowadays, you have to pay a woman to do that for you. Now, it's like a dominatrix shit,
Yeah. And then I got beat with a hose and went sent to bed with no dinner.
Jesus, she put this.
Huh?
They put you in a potato sack they mocked you,
Yeah.
and then they beat you with a hose.
And then time in the bed with no food.
No
dinner.
food.
And they
Shit.
do this in front of everybody to show an example.
So they did it in front. So they put you on display.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they
yeah.
say, "Look, you get a taste for fennel, and you're
Well,
hungry."
that's what I was hungry. Everybody's hungry. Everybody was skinny. Nobody had any food. Barely ate. So
How long did that last?
what do you mean? How long did that last?
I mean, you know, how long did it last? They always did that. I mean, this is okay. That was
Well,
allowed.
that's just something that happened to me. Other kids, things would happen to other kids too.
What happened to somebody else? You see anything messed up that you remember?
Well, what happened? I mean, if you did something wrong, there's a lot of things. We had a dormitory, okay, another room where some kids pee their bed, so they will be all in there because they stink.
They put them together.
Well, everybody had his own bed,
Yeah,
but
the kids that peed their bed, they put them in the same room.
same room.
So it smelled.
Stinking. They couldn't even walk in there.
Oh, poor kids.
So I remember one time they put me in there not because I was peeing in my bed, but I was because there were too many kids and they didn't have enough beds in the other room. So
Yeah.
they put me there temporary.
Oh,
Oh man, it was bad, man. Stank, especially in the summertime. There's no air conditioning. There's no air movement. Humid.
Very human.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Don't sleep.
So what? They ran out of beds, and so they put you over there. That was that night.
No, sometimes I don't remember. It wasn't. I guess it depends how old you were, how long you've been there. Maybe it was about seniority. I don't know. But I ended up there, a couple of times. Bad.
Any of the nuns they have it out for you? Because they same kids. They probably pick on the same kids. No, it's like anything.
Well, they had their favorite. They hate us. They hate all the kids that were from Altavilla. They call us criminals. Everybody there, their parents were criminals. They were in jail.
Yeah.
But they said we were criminals because we used to cause a lot of trouble over there. Well, my cousin Sam caused a lot of trouble. I don't know if you know my cousin Sam.
Who? Yeah, I think so.
Sam.
Who? The one.
My cousin Sam, he was bad. He was just he didn't want to go to school. He didn't make his bed. He was always misbehaving.
Did they beat the shit out of him? Did he get
Huh?
Did he get beat a lot?
With him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't bother him.
He didn't care.
It was bad. They put him in a corner, in a bed.
Yeah.
When we get up in the morning, you look at his bed. You couldn't tell if he was in it or not. All over the place. I mean, that bed. I don't know. See, it's not like the beds we have today that they're like a sponge. They come back up. They were made out of the inside. It looked like it was not hay. It was was things that they make. Was it's called crino in Sicilian. I don't know how to call it in Italian. Crino. And what it is it's like a plant that grows. And what they should do while it's green, they pull it, they turn it and make it to a knot.
Okay.
And then they let it dry. And when it dries up hard, but it's flexible. And it'll look like hay, round hay, pieces like this, And they stuff the beds with it. But they mat down. If they get wet with pee, oh my God, then they always, you can't clean it,
Yeah.
So anyway,
How do you spell it? You know how to spell it?
Crinu in Sicilian, but I don't know. I don't know what the Italian word for that is. Crinu. It was like hay, and you put it inside a mattress,
Yeah.
and then you close it up, and then you sleep on it.
So it would all bunch up and like
Yeah, well, eventually, if you need to get it all out and stuff it all back
to make it nice.
to make it fill it up again, you know.
So flatten out.
Well, because the bed they were never even, you know. My bed was the first one when you come in. Because when I did my bed,
Yeah.
I would pull the clean out, I would get it all nice and as level as I could. Then my blanket, because we had two blankets because there's no heat.
Yeah.
The bottom blanket, I will fold it inside, both sides, and
Yeah.
it looked like a square, perfect square.
Yeah.
So my bed was the first one. So anybody came to see, I was the example.
They put you there?
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
the most tedious guy.
Tedious.
Tedious. Bed had to be perfect.
How long were you there for?
I got out when I was 12, so
Put
4 to
this
5 years.
turn this like this a little bit. Yeah.
4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years you were there?
Yeah, I was there until I was 10, and then I went to Palermo. Because after you turn 10, you got to go to a different place. Because you got to be, you know, got to do with school. So I ended up in Palermo then for
So
a couple of years.
So
Oh.
you were there the whole time?
I was 3 years, 3 to 4 years I was over there in Termini.
Yeah.
And then 1 to 2 years I was in Palermo.
You get like weekends off? You go home?
No, you stay there.
What about Christmas?
You go home on summer break, Christmas, and Easter.
They had Christmas?
We had Christmas in Italy, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it American?
Well, that's Senor. You get
You got
because
Santa
you
Claus?
Had time off, you had that time off school.
You get Santa Claus over there?
No, we don't have Santa Claus.
Well, what do you have?
In Italy, we have maybe now there's a Santa Claus, but at that time it was called Befana.
Befana?
Befana, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like a myth, you know, like a lady, an old lady that will bring things.
Okay.
But not at Christmas time, after the New Year's. And, you know, after the day, you look under the bed and there's just something in there. You know, like the Easter Bunny, you know.
Yeah.
It was not Santa Claus, though.
Hmm.
We knew of Santa Claus, but Santa Claus did not bring gifts. Maybe now they do, but in those days, was not Santa Claus, was the Befana.
What did Santa Claus do?
I don't remember. I didn't know Santa Claus in those days. I met him here when I came to this country.
And what about the Easter Bunny?
We didn't have Easter Bunny. We had they call it. We had the eggs, chocolate eggs.
Yeah.
You know, we call it. We don't have a bunny. We call it Pasqua. You know, that was just a celebration of Jesus Christ is resurrecting again, and you know, it was not a. There was not a bunny.
No.
No.
So Easter was more about
Easter
Jesus.
was more like it's Easter.
Yeah.
No bunny.
So did you stay there the whole time? You ever get mad at the nuns? You ever retaliate?
Oh yeah, all the time. But you gotta be careful because you get beat. You know. Yeah. When I was 9, I went back. Okay, actually, what happened was my nonna. I was doing really bad in school because I just didn't want to be there. She says, if you pass 9th grade, I'll take you out from here. So I had like 3 months left.
9th grade.
Fourth grade.
Okay.
4th grade. I had like 3 months. I had 3 months left of school, and I was doing really bad. But she says, if you pass, I'll take you out. I said, okay. So I memorized the books. That's all I did was study. I got 10 plus, 10 plus, 10 plus. Of course, we should raise my average across for the year.
Yeah.
And I passed. But then she took me back. I was really pissed off. So she took me back. So me and 2 other guys from the town, we said, let's run away.
From the
convent.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were trying to run away from there, but they all got caught. They got the crap beaten out of them. So we set it up. How we gonna go? How are we gonna make it home? So what we did was
How old were you?
9,
Fourth grade?
4th grade. Yeah, I was
9 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he says, okay, we go run down to the river. We take the river, and we take the river to the ocean, to the beach.
Yeah.
And then we take the shoreline until we get home. 'Cause we didn't know how to get home.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did that. So
When did you leave? Wait, what?
we left at 8 in the morning. At 8 o'clock, we have lunch. Breakfast in the morning. I don't know, 7:30.
After breakfast.
After breakfast, we get a half hour outside. So we had a half hour head start. So we took off running toward the river. We get down to the river, and now we get to the bottom of the shoreline, but we can't cross because the river water is going in. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
So there was a bridge, a railroad bridge.
Yeah.
And, but that was really long, okay?
Over the water.
Above the water. It was really long.
For one train?
Huh?
One track?
I don't remember. So let's wait till the train comes by. After the train runs by, we jump, or whatever it is. And I don't know how much time we waited, but we waited until the train came by. And as soon as the train came by, then we got on there and we started running, went across, came down,
Jeez.
and we started walking. Like nothing happened. We were like 3 kids running around, throwing rocks on the beach, picking up lemons, eat lemons. There were fruits all the way down. We just, never thought what the consequences would be.
Well, it's a tropical island, isn't it? Sicily.
Yeah.
Is it tropical?
Yeah. Yeah, you could call it that.
You got palm trees?
Yeah, we got palm trees.
So it's a pretty beautiful place. I mean, there's some mountain ranges, right?
Oh, mountains. And well, in those days, towns were small. That was all you saw was mountains and sea. So anyway, so we're walking, and then what would happen was a couple of areas where the water was so high that we couldn't cross the water because it would hit like a
Rocks or something.
Yeah, there was a wall or whatever. The wall would go up. But we would go over the road, the main road, and go back on land. We don't want to drive. We don't want to walk down the road because the nuns were looking for us. They were driving back and forth, back and forth.
The nuns had a car,
The
huh?
nuns, they had a car, yeah. And what else was looking for us, okay? They had an agent, a special agent. He was like a correctional officer.
Okay.
If that guy would have caught us,
Yeah.
it would have been dead meat.
What do you mean?
So-
Like, really?
Huh?
He might have killed you guys or no?
Beat the crap out of you in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they're liable for you, right?
I'll tell you a story about this guy after this. But there's no such thing as liability. It's it's not like something happened and we're gonna sue you.
Right.
There was no such thing as
Okay.
compensation for if something happened to you. So anyway, so we've been going back and forth from the land to the water, from the land to the water, until we finally reached our town, and then up there. So now when I'm up there, I say, now what?
You made it up.
So I go by my cousin Louis.
Yeah. How old was he?
They're older than me.
He
was in a seminary. He
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Who they put in his place?
Oh, they traded him?
Oh yeah. They were trading at him with Sam, Louis, and Leo.
They would all get switched out?
They were alternating.
So he was home?
He was home.
Yeah.
So I went by his house, and he was outside playing.
Yeah.
He saw me. He goes, "Oh man!" He goes, "Yeah, your father's gonna kick your ass." I go, "Really?" So Nono and Nonna were working on the land. They were picking up string beans. So we had string beans.
Yeah.
So the main road, they're coming down. They're gonna eventually come down the main road. So
Yeah.
a bunch of guys started chasing me because they want to catch me. So they finally caught me and they brought me by my aunt.
Wait, what guys? Like just guys in the town?
Older guys.
They knew you were not supposed to be there?
Well, no, they want to catch you because they got to bring you home.
But how do they know where you came from? How do they know?
They know. They do. These are people that everybody knows everybody in the town.
So they say, so shit.
Small town. So anyway, they put me on. They got me and brought me by my aunts, and they're waiting for my mom and dad to come down from the land.
Yeah.
So Louis over there waiting. He says, fine. He sees my mom and dad way up in the street. There were no cars there, you know.
Yeah.
He goes, man, your dad is here. He's gonna kick your ass. So if they come down, we go. They goes, Benucci's here by my house.
Wait, did they? They didn't know before.
Oh, I had no idea.
They just were coming
I
home
walk
from
in
the
here,
date.
like, hey, Benucci's here. He ran away from the convent. As soon as Nonna got there, Nonna right away, she starts hitting me. You know, like, this way, Nonna wouldn't hit me because it would have been worse. I knew she was doing it. I know she was. I know she was doing it to protect me. Okay, you know, it didn't hurt. You know. So then, goes, you hungry? I go, yeah. Goes, there's some pasta left over from the day before. I don't know, pasta with sauce. She fried it for me. I ate a whole bowl next day. It took me back to the seminary. And now the nuns want to know, how'd you guys, you know, they were tricking us.
Yeah.
You know, we were kids. We don't understand. They tricked us to tell them how we did it. How did we made it home? And we explained to them that we went along the shoreline, and when we couldn't pass, we got on the land, and then we come back on shorelines because we didn't know we don't want to be on the road because we could have got hit by a car or we would have got caught by you guys. Imagine we're 9 years old. Okay, it took us about 9 hours to get home. We walked for about 9 hours. So anyway, it was a lesson for them. I don't know what happened then.
What happened when they took you back?
Huh?
What happened when they took
Nothing.
you
We
back?
went back and went to school. Started going to school again. And then we decided to run away again. And except this time it was me, one of the guys that ran away with me the first time.
Mm-hmm.
The third guy that ran away, the mother, they had just taken him to the convent that year. So they kept him at home. He never went back. So me and this guy went back. And there was a guy who lived next town over from the convent. And he says, hey, if you guys run away, because we talk between us. The guys, and everybody's loyal. You know, whatever we planned, we don't talk to the announcement. Everybody's pretty much stick up with each other. If you guys run away, because I want to run away with you guys because I live right next door here, you know. You drop me off. That's okay. So this time we run away, except we ran away at 3 p.m. It's winter. We're not even thinking. We're not thinking, okay, last time it took us 9 hours. We leave at 3 p.m. We're not going to get home till midnight.
Yeah.
You know, in the dark, in the
Right.
winter, when it's raining and wet, you know.
Yeah.
So, no problem. We took off, and there was this little big black bird.
Okay.
It was flopping. It was flying. It couldn't fly. Just got out of the nest, but it was a big black. I don't know what the hell it was. So I grabbed him, you know, by the feet. I'm carrying him. I'm going to take him with me. So I got him in my, like this. So we're going across, and the water is too high, okay? And actually, when we tried to cross the river, as soon as the water, because it's winter, the water, a lot of water, you know? I mean, I would have taken 2 steps, I would have got swept away from the current, you know? That was really bad. So anyway, we did the same thing. We went over the bridge. So anyway, this guy... Okay, so we're going over the water again, so we got to go on land. As we're going on land, the nuns are coming down with a car. This little dirt road. And they stopped the car. They opened the door and says, "Get in." We get in. The guy was 2 blocks away from his house.
what? What they?
So they got us. They beat the crap out of us with a hose, rubber hose.
Yeah.
And then they threw me in a closet.
Yeah.
I must have fallen asleep about 3 hours. I was in the closet. No heat, cold. It was freezing on the floor. Marble floor, dark. Oh. And they threw the bird in there too. So thank God they caught us, because I don't know what could have happened. Because we didn't know. We were kids, 9 years old. We're walking home. I got to walk in, I don't know many miles,
Yeah.
but it took us 9 hours during the day, in a beautiful day.
Right.
Now we're leaving at night, and it's cloudy. It's actually raining.
And you got an injured animal with you.
And I got an injured animal. I got to carry this guy.
Are there any predators out there?
Like what? Animal predators?
Yeah, like
No. Not really.
anything in the mountains? Any lions or
No.
mountain lions?
No, I never saw anything. Or even
Cats?
heard about anything.
Cats? Nothing?
So, anyway, we got back. The Mickens got back to Rome. I finished the year.
Yeah.
And Nonna takes me to Palermo now. And I thought I was going to go home for good. The Palermo's far away from the town.
Yeah.
So when they put me there, we take the bus, we get me there.
Can't run away.
Nonna says, "Get run away from here. Too far." Little did he know, I could have run away if I wanted to. I could have run away. And not only that, I could have run away. Because I could have taken the bus
Yeah.
home. There was
Yeah.
a bus stop right in front of the convent.
You don't have to
But
worry.
anyway, I did another year there or whatever, and then I went home. I did a year in school. 12 years old, I came home and was in school for a year. And then I became here.
That's like, I mean, because how much of your childhood do you actually remember? So most of it, you probably
Remember
don't.
a lot of it.
No, but I mean, is in general, you don't start remembering things as a kid till you're 3, 4 years old. So you spend most of your childhood in that situation before, and then you came here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you have duties. It's like you're on your own
Yeah.
at a very young age. You don't know that. You don't understand that. You just say, okay.
So what'd you guys do when you came here? What was the plan? You came to Chicago. That was the plan. Why Chicago? Why not stay in New York? Why not go to Pittsburgh?
Because all the family was here already. Roots were here. And so we ended up in Chicago. People, they came to work, I got here at 13. As soon as I got here, Nonna goes, "You got to go get a job." Get a job? I said, "What, nobody's going to hire me? I can't get it. Where am I going to get a job?" He goes, "I don't care." He goes, "You got to go to a store or go stuff shelves at the store with food or
Nona said that?
pizzeria. You got to go find, you got to, you're 13 years old."
What about
I said,
school?
"You're right. I'm 13. I got to go to work."
She-
Well, yeah, I felt that way because I really felt that I had to, for real. Because I felt, because at 13, and you're in Italy, you're working full time. You go to school, the fifth grade, they quit. So you got to go to work.
Did you have to go to school when you were here at
Yeah.
that age?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Over here, you got to follow the law. But then I started finding out to work, you're going to be 16 years old. But no, it's to say, so and so has got a job at the store. So and so has got a job at the pizzeria.
Yeah.
You're lazy. You got to go get a job. So I could find work. I didn't know where to go.
You couldn't find work.
I said, "How the fuck am I going to work?" And then she says, "What you got to do is go to the grocery store and get a job at the grocery store." Okay. I went to the grocery store, that's probably a job. The guy looking at how old he is, 14, whatever. No. He goes, no. He said, we're not hiring. But Nonna said, don't tell him you're 14 years old. Tell him you're 16. How old are you? 16. Oh, we don't need anybody. I didn't even look 10.
I bet.
You know, I was malnourished.
That was-
So Nonna says, I want you to go there every day. You go there every day till they give you a job. I said, but if they tell me I don't have work, because it doesn't matter. You go there every day. Eventually, he's going to give you a job. Just do what I tell you. I didn't go every day. I went every other day because I just felt embarrassed to go there every day. Sure enough, the guy got sick and tired of looking. He goes, you want a job? I'll give you a job. He goes, how old are you? 16. You want to see my license? Okay, no, I believe you. It was a Greek store, grocery store.
Yeah.
I got home. I told him, hey, guess what? I got a job. Where? Yeah, I told you. You go there every day. You're persistent. You got to be persistent. And that was started a work job, you know. Actually, before that job, I had another job. A friend of mine worked in a pizzeria. And I was 14. Then it was that summer I was 14. And I said, hey, maybe you could find me a job where you work. You know, he was much more, we were the same age.
Yeah.
But he was much
Bigger.
more developed. You know, he looked like he was like 17. You know, he looked older.
Yeah.
He never went to school. He went straight to work. But he's working in a restaurant making pizzas. And me and him were friends from Italy. So we were friends over here.
Yeah.
So we used to see each other all the time. We take the bus and then we meet. We go swimming. We do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And I said to him, hey, see, maybe they can get me a job over there. So he finally was able to get me a job there.
What were you doing there?
Washing dishes. Yeah, well, we had two dishwashers, me and an old guy. The old guy, I started working, the owner, you know, I mean, I don't know, I was busting my ass because I don't want to look, you know.
Yeah.
And I goes, make sure you work hard, you know, because you don't want to get fired, you know, it looks bad. I worked busting my ass off, you know, I don't want to look bad. And now I realize I was doing more than I should have done, but that's the way I was programmed. So the old man used to go, I'm over, that was your age, I used to do this and this, man, I used to work faster and faster, you know.
The old guy that was washing dishes.
Yeah, and he would leave me alone on the weekends, and he would go help the pizza guys. And I'm busting my ass, but I'm afraid to tell him, hey, you know, you're dishwasher. What the hell are you helping these guys in the pizza for? You know?
Yeah.
What about me? I'm by myself on the weekend. You know, but I was afraid to tell him that because I was a kid. You know, I didn't have the balls to say it to him. Well, anyway, long story. I did 3 months there. I was going to school and I was going to work, and I was just sleepwalking, you know. So Nonna goes, you know what? Yeah, you got to quit because school is more important. But she made me quit. Good. So they hire another guy, except the guy was 18 years old.
Yeah.
And so I went there one day. Me and my friend who was working there. We went there on his day off. We went there for pizza. The bus got there for pizza. And when I walk in, the old man that was working for me goes, come over here. Come with me. He takes me in the back and he tells the guy, the dishwasher, you see this kid here? Alone, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. He handled the whole, the guy says, no fucking way. You son of a bitch. You bust my ass. He goes, yeah, you work hard. And the owner of the restaurant was giving me the same money that he was paying this guy, the old guy, because he see what was going on. He see it, you know. I used to.
Yeah.
So I was working. I was a hard worker. He goes, he says,
how many hours were you working at that?
oh my, get there at 2 o'clock until 12 hours, an hour or so.
While you were in school?
No, while I was off. When I went to school, I was doing that too, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I had to stop. Nonna made me stop. And then she told me about how to get a job at the restaurant, at at grocery store.
Yeah.
You got to be persistent, and they'll give you a job. And that was it. And I don't know, all kinds of other stuff happened.
You know what we got to do? We got to get you in here with your cousins.
Oh, my cousin Sam?
Well, I want to hear this. I want to hear some more of those stories.
Oh, man.
I want to hear some. We got to have that too. Huh?
I'll bring Sam here next time.
We'll get it set up.
Okay, I want to do a movie on us. Oh, I want to do a movie on our story when we were in the seminary. Really? Yeah. Pick you up, we'll go. I want to interview us.
Well, he come over.
Watch. Call him.
All right, make sure you stay close to the mic. Here.
Call one to go.
One to go.
It's his nickname. Probably won't pick it up.
You have reached Salvatore Bucaro. He's unable to answer the call at the moment. Please do not leave a voicemail. Just call right back, and he will answer as soon as he can. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Ehi, l'altro telefono chi chiamami.
Do not leave a voicemail.
Well, I left him a voicemail.
All right. Well, we gotta come on for longer time, but I know we got things to do. What time is it? It's almost. So, well, we got to do another one. We have different stories. We go over some different things.
Okay. I'm going to bring Sam next time.
Maybe we'll do that one. Or, I mean, you've done pretty good in business. I think you might have some things to say people might be interested in too. But, yeah, maybe Sam, or you got more than one cousin, right?
I got 47 cousins.
All right, yeah. So we're going to wrap this up then.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get a date with my cousin.
What you calling?
I'm calling him again.
Call him again. He answers.
He doesn't like me.
Why not?
I give him a lot of shit.
You have reached Salvatore Bucaro.
That's okay. Next time.
One more time.
What are you talking about?
You have reached Salvatore Bucaro.
That's what he does to me. When I don't answer the phone, he calls me 5 times in a row.
Okay. You're persistent.
Huh?
You're persistent.
Well, that's what happens. You call him once, you call him twice, and still pick up the phone. Okay. That's it?
That's it. I'm going to wrap it up. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
Anytime.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you soon.